Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I've came to another Market Mall Friday Night Classics here, and I'm here with my good friend Mel. Nice to have you on the channel, Mel.
Oh, you're welcome.
You are the owner of the prettiest '53 Ford Businessman Coupe, and it's got a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of custom stuff going on here, Mel. Tell us about this. So this is a '53 Ford. What was it now?
It's a '53 Ford Businessman Coupe. They're a main line at the bottom of the production level.
Yeah.
And it's actually an American car, which when originally built, it had a 6-cylinder engine in it. Minus the back seat. It never had a back seat in it because this is where the traveling salesman put his sample cases in.
All his gear went in the back, so now you've got a back seat in there. We'll get to that. But tell us some of the custom stuff here. Now, obvious things I see the Merc grill in it.
Well, actually, it's not a Merc. It's a 1950 Meteor.
Meteor grill.
Meteor. 49 and 50 Meteors had that type of grill. If you look at a Mercury one, you'll notice that it is the bars are heavier than the Meteor.
Okay. But there's a ton of custom work here. This front bumper was off of what now, Mel?
Well, even that grill there, the 50 Meteor, I had to have a friend of mine build the framework to mount the stainless steel to it. The Meteor was all one solid piece, so we cut it apart and with his framework and mounted it so that we could put it into this opening.
Oh, okay.
So you were talking about the front bumper. The front bumper comes off a 1952 Chev car, the back of it.
Oh.
And we use the gravel pan from the Ford and the Chev to allow it to have a more or less a custom fit there.
Yeah, and it's pretty. It's tucked in really nice and tight. It fits the car perfectly. So,
yes.
But that's a lot of custom work to make that fit. Now these headlights here, I see some work there too.
Basically, there's just the headlights they're a halogen type headlight there, and they're original. We didn't do anything Frenching or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you're talking about the opening, Gary. This piece in through here, that comes off a 1950 Mercury.
Oh.
So there. And then, of course, these Fords, you had a tendency to have the back fenders of the back ends of the hoods bend up all the time. So instead of trying to fix them, we rounded off the back corners.
Oh, okay.
And well, you know the builder, and he saw the back corners were rounded, so automatically he had to do the fronts.
Oh, there's where you're talking about right there.
Right there, yeah.
So I guess we should mention Neil Taylor, Taylor-Made Hot Rods, is the guy that actually, did a lot of this work for you.
Yes, yeah. He kept me doing the dirty stuff underneath there while he massaged the vehicle.
Yeah, so it's been that work at the back of the hood and also the front of the hood you mentioned.
Yeah. All
nicely rounded and contoured. It's very pretty. There's a lot of custom stuff here. So on the side of the car, you mentioned these here.
The chrome part, actually, Neil had a '53 Monarch there, and he allowed me to take those pieces and we adapted them to the Ford.
Right.
And another major point where we did some work in that, Gary, is on that inside.
Whereabouts now, Mel?
The dash and that, eh?
Yeah, let's look at the dash. Let's look at the interior. So that dash does not belong to this car. That is out of a
1956 Ford. Right. And we filled in the dash part there, and then cut the openings to put in all of the gauges.
Right, yeah, and you got odometer, instrumentation. You got a lot going on here. So you've got air conditioning, tilt wheel, power seats, power locks, power windows. This is a fully optioned car, and there's the back seat that you wouldn't have typically seen. That's all. And what kind of back seat was that? What kind of?
With the back seat, because this vehicle didn't have one, and we went and found a back seat out of a 2-door sedan. We put the bottom in, and it fit really nice in that. But when we tried to put the back vertical in there, we found out that it was 7 inches too high.
It was too tall.
Too tall. So I took it to a member of our car club, Murray Markham, and he resprung it and cut out about 7 inches out of the back
Wow,
seat.
7 inches out of the top of the seat to
Yep.
make it fit. And I should mention your car club is the Dusty Wheels. And there's your sign in the back window there. So yeah, a lot of neat stuff here. I like the buckets and the console. We got to go to the back of the car
And
here now.
the wheel openings here, because they were so tight, and we wanted to put in a fairly decent size wheel in there. We opened it up a radius to the back of it so we could put wheels, a good sets of wheels, eh?
A bigger tire, and you've got a 255 60/15. That is a substantial size tire there. Now I want to talk about the back here, Mel. You've got, does anybody recognize these taillights? I had to look twice, Mel. These are an Oldsmobile taillight.
They're a 1955 Oldsmobile taillight, yes.
Wow.
And this sort of happened by accident, again with Neil having a supply of parts all the time. One day I had come to his shop there, and he says, look what's going to fit there. And he had this 55 Oldsmobile taillight, and it stuck it in there, and we said, yep, that's how we're going to go, because we were going to French in the 53 taillight.
Very pretty, and they are LED as well.
Yes, they are. Well, yeah.
There's so much custom stuff going on with this car, and a lot of people look at it and don't really know what they're looking at.
Not really. I've had it called just about any make of vehicle that has been produced.
Yeah, and also we didn't even mention the shaved door handles. There's shaved door handles on here as well.
Yep.
It's a really pretty car. It's kind of tight parking here, guys, so I'm trying to give you the best look I can at this. You put a lot of miles on this. 44,000?
I've got 44,000 miles on this vehicle. I've had it to Vernon, BC, to Brandon, to St. Walburg in the north, to Weyburn, Swift Current, Medicine Hat.
Everywhere.
And everywhere. And I try to come into the city, you know, probably 2 or 3 times a month to take in the various functions that are going on.
It's just been a really cool car. Now I should mention, this is clipped with a 77 Nova. 77
Nova, right.
And can we look under the hood there, Mel? So this drivetrain is now, it's no longer Ford. It's a 350 setup. There we go. And there's the air conditioning, power brakes, it's got everything. Very cool. And it's carbureted.
Yep.
What do you have for carburation?
Just a Quadrajet.
Quadrajet. I see Edelbrock intake on there, and some aluminum valve covers, but yeah, just a nice, reliable driver, and you get everywhere with this, like you say. Very, very cool. Did we cover? Well, we covered some of it. Do you think we got it all, Mel?
I think we have.
Caught most of it?
Caught most of it.
Lots of custom stuff in this one.
Oh, yes. And when we built the car now, we just wanted it to be a little bit different than what's normal and that, and yet not be anything real gaudy to it or that.
Yeah, he did a nice job. He still paid homage to the pretty lines on the Ford, and you just added some nice custom stuff there. I really like it. And I've seen this car 100 times, and I've learned so much more in the last 5 minutes about all the custom stuff that you've done here, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, Mel.
Yeah, like you were saying, a lot of people don't realize how many things have been changed on this vehicle.
You'd almost have to park it beside another 53 just like it to see all this stuff done. Very cool. Well, thank you, Mel, and thanks for watching, guys.